Hello YouTube world, welcome to my channel. It's your boy Terrence and I'm back in action. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'm just glad you're here. Again, I'm here to talk about a couple of things. Let's start off with the Dave Chappelle comedy series, and it's at the point where he's at his last of the comedy series, and they're calling it The Closer. So if you haven't seen The Closer, you should definitely go check that out. It's a Netflix special, so you know everybody that wants to see it can, and you should definitely check that out. So definitely check that out. Now, there's a couple of jokes that I'm gonna address. Spoiler alert. He does. Well, I'm not gonna really tell the joke. I'm just gonna tell you what the joke is kind of about. And if you've already seen Sticks and Stones and the other Dave Chappelle tour Netflix special, then you know what I'm talking about. You'll feel me with this, and you'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. In each one of these, he talks about the LGBTQ community. LGBTQ. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he calls them the alphabet for you folks for y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? The actual alphabet to it is even extended even further than that. But that's the primary letters into which the movement, is what you call it, is a part of. So, you know, and if you don't know what those letters stand for, look it up. I don't personally want to go into details about it, but it's basically, he basically talks about how, in comparison to the black movement, to their movement, and he says their movement is going so well. This is what I like. Their movement is going so well. We should take pointers. You know, here it is. Civil rights was like back in the '60s. The 1960s or whatever. Even if you were to go further back then, you look at it as what was going on in the 1860s. So it's like every 100 years, we might get a speck of a shine. And even for other movements that are taking place, they skyrocket their movement, is basically how he puts it. It's like, even when women were trying to fight for their rights, burning their bras, you know, women's suffrage, any point in time that there was a movie going on, they have been the most successful in getting everything they wanted, you know, easily offended. So I don't know what to say about that. They say that if you say too much about them, they'll get up in an uproar and it's a wrap. That's all it is. And I have to even think about what I call them or they or he or her or whatever, you know. I don't know, you know. And most people feel like it's not our fault, you know. Ignorance is bliss. So you can't come around politically correcting everyone, because still at the end of the day, like Dave Chappelle said, you the minority, you know. So when they talk about special interests and they use the phrase a minority, you know, they're still talking about us, black people, us, Hispanics, us, the Chinese, us, the Asians, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at what's going on in the world on that end. People are going around and abusing the Asians right now, you know? I also feel like the Olympics was a big political statement when they let Sweeney, that's what I beautiful by the way, the next transition in women's gymnastics or whatever. So I don't know where Simone Biles' head will be in the next 4 years, or if she will be at the Olympics, or what will go on with that, along with all the other gymnastic girls or whatever on the gymnastics team for the Olympics. I just know that, you know, that the Asian community, she made them proud, and it was like, it was great, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like on the conspiracy side of things, which is kind of what this is really borderline kind of goes into that the reason to do it for her to for Simone to I have mental health, my mind and my body aren't one or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that it's the impossible. I'm just saying it's the convenient. And again, I'm proud of all of y'all. So, and with Dave Chappelle, he's talking about the movement. He even talks about my city, Texarkana, but he does it in reference to Juneteenth, which is a new national holiday. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, President Joe Biden and the rest of the Senate and Congress and into however it works, but you always give the most praise to whoever's president side. So, if it would have been Trump, they'd be like, thanks Trump, that didn't happen. So, if your presidency is consistent of a bunch of negative hits, that's why America doesn't like you. If you're the president who is out there and you're getting hit in the they're going to make a movie about you. And then they're going to make a movie and they're going to talk about how they tried to impeach you during during your time of glory holding or whatever. And the thing is, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm from Texarkana. Hope, Arkansas is 20 minutes down the road. So I'm still very much so to this day. Shout out to all the Democratic presidents. That seems to be the time frame when the country takes these jabs and want to do something about it, like the recession. You know what I'm saying? You got the FDR, and then Kennedy come along and civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? Killed. Because he wanted to do what was right. He wanted to help black people. Then, his predecessor, Lyndon B. Johnson or whatever, he did some things and whatnot. And after that, even Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon had, the war on drugs that they was dealing with back in the day, while, people were out there making millions off of smuggling it into the country. Let's see. I love the movie American Gangster. A lot of people be like, hey, why can't I be like Lucas, Then you turn around and watch movies like all the mafioso movies or whatever, and you be like, hey, I want to be like Sam Ralston, at Casino. And you want to be like, I don't know what it is to be a made man. So it does sound pretty cool. It sounds like you can pretty much get away with anything. And if you're a made man, then it sounds like you're a street senator or something. But also on the closing special, he talks about a couple of controversial things, continuing along his story. But the thing that I found amazing was something that he said, and there's a lot of truth. And he said no one had a problem with Bruce Jenner changing his gender, his sex, to become from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner, whatever. But they had a major problem when Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali. And like he said, he was like, he's not anti-LGBTQ, he's just pro-black. And I support that. So just thinking about some of the stuff he said is hilarious to me. And I also thought about when he said that he had COVID, but he had none of the symptoms. And he was like, I'm like the Magic Johnson of COVID. So he said, I didn't lose taste or smell or sight or, anything, And right now, I'm well, I haven't taken the shot yet. And I'm in, the scales keep going up and down. I don't want to take a shot. And I've been hearing about what's going on in the sports community with Kyrie Irving and people taking a shot. Yeah, if he does it, that's his money, you know what I'm saying? He's got money to blow. It's not like, once you're in the NBA and you got money, few million for the rest of their life. So unless they're financially illiterate, they've got to be the most stupidest people in the world. If you can go broke and have tens of millions of dollars, well, what are you spending it on? Like, they say it ain't tricky if you got it, it's still tricky. It's just another level to it. If I can spend and afford to buy everyone in my city a car, and let's just say a cheap car, let's just say a cash car for $1,000 or whatever. So let's say if I had $100 grand and bought 100 people $1,000 car, that would change the economy in itself. That would change a lot just for these people. I mean, it can go either way though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money can either turn good people, make good people greater, or make bad people worse. That's what they say. So I feel like I'm a good person. Give me some money and sow into me. You know, I mean, the cash app is below. Ka-ching, ka-ching. So if you want to make a donation, go right ahead. I promise you, good soil over here. If you want to sow into it, you will see that whatever you plant into me, it will grow. I promise you that. And it's never really about the money. It's about what you can do with money. So if time is what you have to offer, then give your time to someone, you know, which that's the highest commodity that you could ever give is your time. Somebody could be thinking about killing themselves, committing suicide. It's happening, you know. The world is a scary place right now. So you don't know if someone's talking about jumping off a bridge, jumping over the ledge, whatever they got going in their head. It's scary. I don't want you to think that everything is okay when it's not. You got COVID, you got the Delta, you got the Echo, you got the whatever else. You got Congress holding on to this money, talking about blah, blah, blah. But if they had to endure and deal with some of the tragedies that have been going on since before COVID, horrible health care, horrible education system, horrible justice system, horrible, like these horrible whatever. And like, in other countries, things are so much better. Like, we pride ourselves on our number 2 in the amendment, and now everybody wants a gun. But it's like, come on. It's not like saying, if the number 2 amendment said everyone gets a nail and a hammer and go out and build, or everyone gets their own boots, you know, and you pull yourself out of your bootstraps or whatever, that's an installation. That's like saying, they prohibited a lot of things and they put off a lot of restrictions in a lot of different states. But at the end of the day, people are still going to shout pro-gun. And I'm cool with you being pro-gun, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you want to get a gun, you should get shot by one first. Just think about it. Like, then you won't have the urge to go out and kill anyone else. Or, you know, I'm not a hunter. But I learned that, and I'm going to say exactly where I learned it from. I learned it from someone who was from a country town named South Arkansas. And then they're in middle school, like 6th grade, they teach them hunter's education or whatever. And they teach them basically how to use a gun or a rifle, you know. And it's less legal. It's less illegal or whatever to have an assault rifle than it is to have a regular handgun, a 9mm or something. I can go out there in the world with a 9mm in Texas is open carry. So I go out there in the world, boom, got a gun on my hip. Compared to, I go out there, like the police pull me over, they're gonna freak out. This white guy over here goes out and walking around with this AK-47 and this assault rifle going out, and they're gonna be like, more power to you, it's your right. Now, I've been rambling on for a little bit, but hopefully this is enough to, you know, spark a change or something. I didn't expect this to go this long. I really just wanted to record something to put out in the world, out there for my YouTube fans. Like I say, on some Jerry's final thoughts, you know. oh, Jerry, I still love her, Jerry, you know. And I'm talking about America. I still love America. Just like we love the Cowboys. 35-29. That was a great game. Overtime. That moved the ball in that fifth quarter, that overtime, and he got it down the field. Hey, I mean, you might start thinking about getting a new kicker because the game should have ended. It never should have went into overtime. But the powers of D feel like, you know, I think everything's fixed. I'm a conspiracy guy. I feel like, you know, the game is close. They you know, such and such wins by this much, or we're going to overtime, we're going to get more money, you know, all of that. So I feel like the almighty dollar is what we're worried about. So it's not a new jack city, it's just a city that's just being jacked. And thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. And let me know what you think down below, because I'm just going to start getting to the point where I'm recording every day, and I want you to know that I need to know what you want to hear me talk about, because I'm just talking at the end of the day. It's me, your boy Terrence Grundy, talking to you. Peace.